Just 3 years after Walt Disney World would open, it would open its first zoo, Discovery Island, which would also eventually be the first of only 2 places at Disney to ever be permanently shut down. An 11.5-acre island located in Bay Lake, Florida, just off the coast from River Country. The island had previously only been used for people to live on, until Disney would see a much more profitable use. As I did with River Country, we should look at this park from start to finish so we can learn everything about it and see what led to its eventual failure. The island was originally known as Raz Island, named after the family who had lived there, until in the late 1930s it would be purchased for $800 roughly 17,000 USD today, by a man named Delmar Nicholson, who would rename the island to Idle Bay Isle, until it would be sold again, renamed again, and then used as a hunting retreat. In 1965, Disney would buy it as a part of its strategic property acquisitions before building Walt Disney World Resort. 9 years later, in 1974, Disney would open the park to visitors under the name of Treasure Island, until it would be recognized as a zoological park, where the name would then be changed to Discovery Island. The island had 13 attractions located around it, each area for different animals. Parrot's Perch, which was a Discovery Island bird show, featured macaws, cockatoos, and other trained birds. Monkey Colony, which featured capuchin monkeys, which are often used in movies and television shows. Trumpeter Springs, which featured trumpeter swans. Bamboo Hollow, featuring lemurs from Madagascar. Vulture's Haunt, featuring vultures. Toucan Corner, featuring toucans. Crane's Roost, which featured demoiselle cranes, sandhill cranes, and gray-crowned cranes. Avian's Way, which was the United States' most extensive breeding colony of scarlet ibis, but also featured muntjacs and peacocks. Pelican Bay, which held brown pelicans. Flamingo Lagoon, which had flamingos. Tortoise Beach, which had 5 Galapagos tortoises. Alligator Pool, which featured American alligators, and finally Eagle's Watch, which held bald eagles. The island was also used as a movie filming location at one point, most notably for the climax of Treasure Amatacumbe in 1976, where the island was used as the Florida Key. The island was also the home of the last known dusky seaside sparrow before it would pass away in 1987. In 1989, the island would have its first real controversy when Disney would be accused by PETA of mistreating vultures that would land on Discovery Island, where Disney would admit that some vultures died while being captured by their employees. After this, state and federal officials would charge Disney with 16 counts of animal cruelty, but similarly to River Country, that didn't really lead to the closure of the park or anything very major, since the park would run for about 10 more years. The closure would actually come from Disney relocating most of their animals to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and poor attendance plus high maintenance costs to keep the island open led to it actually shutting down. Following the closure, the island would sit abandoned for years. At one point, Disney considered teaming up with Cyan Worlds to make the island a replica of the island from the game Myst, where visitors would solve puzzles while exploring, but nothing would come from that. As of 2022, all original buildings and attractions remain on the island, but they're heavily damaged by hurricanes and natural decay. Today, the island is easily viewable from multiple places at Disney, including the monorail and a few resorts and lodges. Today, if anyone were to attempt to go to the island, they would be charged with trespassing and could be potentially banned from Walt Disney property. But some people have still managed to check out the island undetected, showing the island as completely abandoned, being overtaken by the nature around it. Things like whiteboards still with writing on them and coolers full of rotting items show that once the island was closed, they never cared to come back. As always, I want to thank you so much for making it this far in the video. I really do appreciate it every time. My recent videos have been very short, and that's just because a lot of the topics I've decided to pick for videos have been things that I can talk about pretty quickly without needing to add any extra stuff to it. I'm going to try to make my upcoming videos on topics that I can make last a lot longer, I should say, or just have a lot more content to them so you guys have more to enjoy. compared to these much shorter, less than 10-minute videos. Either way, I want to say thank you so much for the support on the last video. I really do appreciate it. It's done much better than most of the videos I've been making lately, and that's really cool. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my community tab, or just comment down below what you would like to see me make videos on in the future, as it really helps me to get your guys' input so I can tell what you do enjoy compared to what you don't enjoy. With all that being said, stay safe out there, and I'll see you soon in the next video. See ya!